This doctor that I found on YouTube is so stupid. Like, every single video that they do is just full of misinformation. So the name of this doctor is Dr. Josh Axe. So you might have heard of them. He has a website and he's got recipes on that website that promote chicken, sausage, and eggs for breakfast. And the funny thing is that he's got a Heal Your Gut Summit, which is this month from 18th to 25th of January. So that's a bit confusing because meat and eggs are not good for your gut.
Why would animal protein and fat increase cancer risk? Well, as I noted in Bowel Wars, if you eat egg whites, for example, some of the protein isn't digested, isn't absorbed, it ends up in our colon, where it undergoes a process called putrefaction. When animal protein putrefies in the gut, it can lead to the production of the rotten egg gas hydrogen sulfide, which, over and above its objectionable odor, can produce changes that increase cancer risk. Putrefying protein also produces ammonia. Over a lifetime on a standard Western diet, the bacteria in our colon may release the amount of ammonia found in 1,000 gallons of Windex. At concentrations found day to day inside the colon on usual Western diets, ammonia destroys cells, alters DNA synthesis, increases cellular proliferation, may increase virus infection, favor the growth of cancerous cells, and evidently increase virus infection a second time. And it's the products of protein and fat digestion that are to blame, such that you can double ammonia concentrations in the colon by eating a lot of meat. But put people on a plant-based diet, and within just 1 week, the enzyme activity that creates the ammonia in the colon drops like a rock.
He says that he's not a fan of pork meat. Then he says that there are healthy options for sausage, like chicken sausage. He says that it's a lean, protein-rich food. The fact that he says it's a lean, protein-rich food is so misleading because it's not lean. Chicken is full of fat, it's full of saturated fat. Protein-rich foods do not have to come from meat either. Protein-rich foods can come from beans or tofu or legumes, and you don't even have to eat that much protein. So Dr. Axe is against all grains, and he even says that bananas have to be eaten in moderation. He's got a banana video, and in the video he's got positives and negatives of bananas. And one of the negatives of bananas that he says is that bananas contain a lot of sugar, very little protein, and no healthy fat. Well, he's wrong about bananas containing no healthy fat, because if you look on Chronometer and you look at one banana, it does have less than 1 gram of fat. But let's say that you eat 8 bananas, like I do for breakfast sometimes. I eat 6 to 8 bananas, and it's quite a normal thing to do for some high-carb vegans to eat a banana smoothie. And if you eat, say, 8 bananas, you'll be getting 3 grams of healthy fats. So healthy plant fats like monounsaturated fats, polyunsaturated fats. It even includes a bit of omega-3 and omega-6. So the omega-3 and omega-6 ratio is quite even in bananas. So bananas do have healthy fats in them, as long as you're eating enough of them. But the thing with Dr. Josh Axe is that he's saying that you have to limit the bananas because they're full of sugar. But you don't have to limit your sugar intake if you're limiting your fat and animal product intake. If you're eliminating the added oils and the meat and dairy and eggs, you don't have to limit your sugar intake. In fact, our body runs on glucose. The healthiest populations in the world eat a high-carb plant-based diet, and the more fruit that you eat, the healthier that you tend to be. In fact, people who eat more fruit tend to lose more weight than those who eat less fruit.
Should we not eat more than 5 fruit a day? Quoting from the Harvard Health Letter, the nutritional problems of fructose and sugar come when they are added to foods. Fruit, on the other hand, is beneficial in almost any amount. How about 20 fruit a day? It's actually been put to the test. 17 people were made to eat 20 servings a day of fruit, despite the extraordinarily high fructose content of their diet, presumably about 200 grams a day, 8 cans of soda worth. The investigators reported no adverse effects, and possible benefit, actually, for body weight, blood pressure, and insulin and lipid levels, fats in the blood, after 3 to 6 months. More recently, Jenkins and colleagues put people on about a 20 servings of fruit a day diet for a few weeks, and no adverse effects on weight or blood pressure or triglycerides, and an astounding 38-point drop in LDL cholesterol.
Another thing about Dr. Josh Axe's videos is that he misleads a lot of people, and I found comments by people who are afraid of eating sugar, and I even commented on one thread where I said that a high carbohydrate plant-based diet has been shown to reverse diabetes as shown by Dr. Neil Bernard, and then I get comments of disbelief. People are like, oh, you can't reverse diabetes, it only gets worse. You can only lessen the amount of sugar that you eat. But as I've shown in my Sugar Myth 1 video, sugar and carbs do not cause diabetes. The cause of diabetes is animal fats and high fat diets. So if you eliminate the added oils, the animal source foods, and you focus your diet on fruits, starches, and high fiber plant foods, you will reverse your diabetes. And there are other channels that you can check out, like Robbie Barbaro, who has type 1 diabetes and is managing it through a high carbohydrate vegan diet. But I just wanted to redirect people to correct information, and I think the doctors who can be trusted are Dr. Greger, Dr. McDougall, Dr. Neil Bernard, those who have had success with their diets and who have had patients with diabetes and heart disease who have reversed them. There's also Dr. Esselstyn, who has reversed heart disease. Trust the doctors who have gotten the results. It's pretty hard to overdose on sugar if you're getting it from fruits and starches. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next video.